And welcome back to Monday Evening Quarterback. If you tuned in to the first hour of the show, thank you as always. I can't believe it's the final month of the year. It's December 1st, 2025. And I said I wouldn't be alone for the second half of the show. My guy's back on, TJ Hopkins, that is. TJ, what's going on?
Same fight, different round, good, better, best. Never let the rest till you good gets better and you better gets best.
Hey, you did that all in one take. I'm impressed. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. I'm impressed. Nah, man, week 13 of the NFL. But before we even get into that, you and I were talking, as we were preparing for MEQ. I mentioned it during the first half of the show, and I predicted that a certain coach was going to leave a certain school and go to LSU. And now we can confirm that it happened. Lane
It
Kiffin
did.
did decide to leave Ole Miss and take the job at LSU. Why don't we talk about it a little bit? Give some thoughts on it. I'll let you have the floor first.
Um, One, I don't like it. Now more details, I'm sure, will come out over the next week or so. He wanted to coach Ole Miss through the year, then leave to go to LSU. The Ole Miss powers that be said, no, you're not going to do that. Since you want to go, go. The reason I don't like it is it's giving follow, like it's giving follower. You had a chance to you had a chance to be your own version of something at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
You had a chance to be a legend at Ole Miss. Like everybody can. Ole Miss, I mean LSU has had their one and dones in terms of championships and coaching. Like Nick Saban won the championship at LSU, left.
Les
Ed
Miles won
Ogeron,
a Les Miles won a
Les
championship.
Miles won one, left. Well, got fired.
Yeah, Ed
Uh,
Orgeron,
Ed Ogeron
Coach
won
O.
one and
Yeah.
got fired. Um, me personally, I think it's 100% a panic move on LSU's part. Like obviously the Brian Kelly tenure didn't go as they envisioned. It got off to an ugly start anyway. Like the whole awkward Southern accent Brian Kelly tried to put on when he first got hired.
Yeah, I remember
Bro,
that.
that is not you. That is not who you are.
Like, be
Um,
you. Just be you.
yeah, just be you. Like everybody wants to blame NIL for as to the problems that college football is having. Like, no, this has been a problem way longer than NIL has been around. Like coaches just flat out leaving programs for different jobs and so whatnot and everything. It's like that to me, that's a problem. Like that's always been a bigger problem. Like, because what you mean I can't? What you mean I'm just gonna? I get all these dudes here, then I'm just gonna leave some of them for a new job because now Ole Miss is going to be poached because some of them dudes are going to follow him
To LSU.
to LSU.
Yeah, I mean that comes with the territory, but the way I look at it, I think he's under an enormous amount of pressure now
But
to
his
succeed.
his, his pressure just I'm sorry to cut you off. Like his
Yeah.
pressure just skyrocketed because at Ole Miss it's not like there's pressure because it's SEC. It's SEC football, but it's like it's not pressure because no one's expecting you to beat Alabama or Georgia and
Or
be in
Texas.
it.
I'll even say
Or
Texas too,
yeah, to an extent.
to an
But
extent.
it's like the fact that you had the season that you're having, and you just said, "All right, now I'm finna get up out of here." I don't like that. Like also, like, I saw this is a Lane Kiffin who's coached at every level. Like he's had NFL jobs. He coached at USC. This is now gonna be his third SEC school he's coached at.
Yeah, because he coached at Tennessee. I remember that. Like he was young. He was like 33, 34 years old. Like Lane Kiffin is only 50 years old. and he's been around for a while. Then he goes to, I know he was Nick Saban's offensive coordinator at
But that,
Alabama.
yeah, but Alabama, but that don't count because, bro, you ain't the guy. Like,
Right. Then, I mean, look, I think Ole Miss was probably the best stop of his career. I mean, he became the third winningest head coach in program history this year.
bro, so like you dead ass could have whatever coaching records at LSU, you could have blew them bitches out the water. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm.
You've been like you were there for how many years when was he there, and you already the third winningest coach there. Come on, man. Like you could have been special at Ole Miss. Now you finna follow. Like now you following somebody else's footsteps. I don't know. Like it was down to two choices. It was Florida and LSU, and obviously Florida is going to hire
John Sumrall.
at where's he at? Tulane, right?
Correct. Yeah. I actually like that hire. I think, he's a nice football mind. Like he gets the best out of players, as does Lane Kiffin. That's the one thing I have to say about Coach
My
Lane.
but my thing about coaches like Lane Kiffin, like, is the goal to win games or is the goal to win championships?
Right.
Like you feel so it's like again, this is his third SEC school that he's coached at. The only one he won something at was when he wasn't the guy. Like he wasn't the guy at Alabama. He wasn't the guy at that he wasn't the guy at Alabama. He was the offensive
He was the
coordinator. So
offensive. He was the OC. Yeah.
when they like win or lose, they wasn't blaming him. They was looking at St. Nick. Like, hey bro, what's going on?
Right.
And I've never seen a dude who hasn't won anything of significance get rewarded the way Lane Kiffin has.
Yeah. All I
Like
know is, my bad to interrupt you, but all I know is he is under. I just think the pressure alleviated from 1 to like 100,000 now, because if he doesn't, I think he's under more pressure than what Brian Kelly was, and if
100%.
yeah,
100%.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
and it's almost given you gotta win next year. You this can't be no 2-3 years down the line. Like you gotta win next year. Like no like ain't no this is down here, ain't no well wait till I get my recruits in, wait till I get my guys in. No, ain't none of that. You gotta come with it and you gotta come correct because schools like Bama don't wait. Schools like Georgia don't wait. Like they stay in the picture
Yeah,
as long as they want to be in the picture.
exactly. But yeah, I just thought we kind of opened things up with you being here, talking about that. But the NFL, Week 13, it was interesting. Green Bay goes into Detroit and sweeps the Lions because they beat them in Week 1, and they beat them
Hmm.
again. The Lions, I could see the Lions missing the playoffs if I'm being real. Like the Lions just don't look. They don't look as sharp as they did last year. And remember, half the team was on IR last
Hmm.
season, and they won 15 games. And then the playoffs happen. They get to the playoffs, and they get punched in the mouth by the Washington Commanders. But to me, it was the second and third game on Thanksgiving that really got my eye. What this wave of inconsistency with the Kansas City Chiefs? I mean, they're 6-6. They haven't lost this many games with Patrick Mahomes under center. I think the most they probably lost was like 4 or 5
Four.
at the most, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest.
if you include playoff losses in that, yeah, like maybe in a season, maybe 5. Like yeah, something like that. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Um.
Go ahead.
Nah. Like you can't even put all of this on Mahomes because Mahomes is actually playing really well this year. Like he'd be an MVP candidate every other year if their record were 100 times better than what it is now. But their defense let them down. significantly, and I think they put no pressure on Dak. They just kind of like let Dak nickel and dime them all game long, and they have a steep hill to climb. Honestly, see, I really don't think they make the playoffs this year. I think they're done personally.
Yeah, once again, I said it last week. Like the thing with Kansas City is when you're playing at least until February or late January, early February, and consecutive like multiple years, that attrition takes a toll.
Yeah,
Like that takes a toll. Like it's like I said, like guys get older, like your main guys get older, your
Kelsey.
Chris Joneses, your Kelseys, those dudes get older, and then yeah, and then all of a sudden, and then always when you're playing a team, you're always getting their best. Ain't no, hey, this the Chiefs coming. We like what better way to make a statement than to prove that we can beat one of the best teams in the league and then one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Like that's where we at with the Chiefs. Like when it comes to the Chiefs.
But it's been this wave of inconsistency with Kansas City. Like 1 week they're up, next week they're down. Like they won a huge game last week against Indianapolis, and then
And then
what?
they
Come back 4 5 days later
drop
and
the
and,
ball
and drop the
on some.
ball. Like, you had a chance to kind of gain some momentum. And like, here's the thing: the teams that are ahead of them in the playoff bracket have all beat the Chiefs. I'm
I'll beat
talking
them.
Buffalo. I'm talking the Chargers. I'm talking Jacksonville. I'm talking who else? Who else has beat them? Denver.
Denver.
And Denver, yeah, like Denver, I think has the AFC West locked up, and I think they're a sleeper team. Everyone's talking about New England being the best team in the AFC, and okay, I could respect that opinion, but Denver has a better defense than New England, and they have a more experienced coach. Remember, Sean Payton's been here, and he's done that. I mean, but I think the biggest shocker of the day, so Joe Burrow came back for Cincinnati,
Hmm.
right? Bengals, Ravens. The Ravens had on those Crown Royal uniforms. The Ravens turned the ball over 5 times.
They did. Uh, it, See, the thing that irks me is like that game happens, and they're like the questions that get asked are like bad day or bad whatever. Like just it's like they try to make excuses for him, and like you can say what you want, like. Oh, it was a bad game plan, or it was just a bad day. Like it was just poor execution. Like if you're a team like the Baltimore Ravens again, and if you're Lamar Jackson, what you do in the regular season no longer matters. Like you are now judged by your postseason performance.
Yeah.
That being said, like this is one of those seasons where like they legit might give Lamar Jackson like they might say this season's a wash because of the games he's missed, because of the games that defense missed, players on that defense missed,
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. Like when you dig yourself a hole the way that they did,
It's tough to come out of
and
that.
it's hard to climb out of that. Now, to be fair, they did the damn thing. They had a chance to like put some kind of stronghold on the division by beating Cincinnati. One, you get a game up on Pittsburgh, and you bury Cincinnati another game,
Mm-hmm.
but you dropped the ball. So you kind of needed Buffalo to do some dirty work to your division rival just to keep that lead because you didn't do your job.
Right, right. See, here's the problem that I've had with the Ravens. I've said it on the site, I've said it on this podcast, I've said it on the Prime with you, TJ. and they don't stick to their identity. You get what I'm saying? Like last
Mhm.
year, I remember last year, 2024, they started the season 0-2. And I remember telling you directly. I said, look, they're 0-2 because they're not feeding Derrick Henry the ball. Or what do you call Derrick Henry? That what?
It's a grown ass man.
Grown ass man.
And when you say grown ass, you gotta say it just like how I said. Your voice gotta get low.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Mm-hmm.
it's a grown ass man, dog. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Um, then they went 5 in a row. Because guess what they were doing? They were feeding Derrick
run the
Henry the
ball.
football. The Bengals, this is probably the best game I've seen the Bengals play in years, but I still don't trust them
No,
because
like it's the same thing. Like their season is a wash. Like everybody's like, this is the same time when Joe Burrow came back, and they
they
did
got
it.
hot
They did it
last year.
once. They
Yeah,
got hot last year. Then it's like, bruh, it's how many times do you expect that to happen and to work? You can't keep doing that. You can't like no. It's it's not gonna happen. Like they like just like Baltimore, that hole is so deep. It's like it's not gonna keep happening. It can't keep
exactly.
happening. Like there's
Exactly.
a reason why Stephen A. Smith get on his soapbox and he's like, "Yo, what the hell does Zach Taylor prep for in the summer that they get off to such slow starts that first month of the season?" Like there's a like he ain't just talking out the side of his neck
Like he normally does.
when he say stuff like that because like no, that team is too offensively gifted for for them to just get out to a slow start every September, every September.
Yeah, something got to give.
Like that's weird. Like that
Yeah,
that's
something got to.
weird.
Yeah, something got to give. But yeah, and the biggest game that I think that grabbed everyone's attention, TJ, you know I was going here. Black
Mhm.
Friday,
Black Friday.
Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles, a game that nobody, myself included, gave a chance for the Chicago Bears to win. But I want to say this. Friday was the best I've seen the Bears look all season long. Because during this winning streak for the Bears, if this is Matt Eberflus, all those wins are losses at the last second,
Mhm.
at the buzzer, right? But they have such a competent coach and they have a guy who has them believing. I mean, did you see that locker room clip and how pumped up those guys were?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, it's what a day. I mean, like what a difference a year makes, right?
Yeah, cause you look, I look. I'm just gonna let the people in, just like on how cool me and you are. Like man, there were times you would just text me and you would just say the damn Bears, like
Goddamn, yeah.
yeah, or as my dad calls them, last year the Chicago damn nears, cause they were damn near come close to winning. Um, what I think impressed me so much with what they did against the Eagles and TJ, they know my saying. I want them to hear you say it. The what don't like to get bullied?
The bully don't like to be bullied.
And the Bears
And
bullied the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm
and
talking, they punched them in the mouth.
and I was one. I was like you on the show. I'm like, hey, this Black Friday game got the potential to be ugly, and hey, I'm like, I was wrong. I
Yeah.
was glad, and I'm glad I was wrong because I'm thinking Philly after that Dallas debacle, like you blow a 21-point lead.
We got to get
I'm
right.
thinking, yeah, I'm thinking you finna the game in Philly, a hostile environment for road teams usually.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking they finna go in, Saquon finna do some Saquon type stuff, run all over. I think he's finna have another highlight type play where he hurdles somebody backwards. You know, Jalen Hurts remembers that AJ Brown and
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith are, them like I'm thinking they finna take advantage of everything. And then you watch that first drive with the Bears, and while they didn't score because like they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it, but they ate up so much clock on that first drive, and it's just like, and it's I'm watching fan reaction videos. It's another run. Why are they running the ball? Because it's working, idiot. Like if I'm getting 6, 7, 8 yards of pop, if I'm getting 6 yards before I even get touched, why would I throw the ball?
I want to say this about the Bears offense. Ben Johnson pretty much recreated what he had in Detroit. Using the tight end, right? In this instance, he has two of them. And Cole Kmet and the rookie, Colston Loveland. Right?
Yep.
Has two-headed monster at running back. Had that with Sonic and Knuckles and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Now he has DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai, who's really becoming a fan favorite, I see.
Yeah, so like the whole like one of the big issues in Chicago was, again, this is a very proud fan base, and we have our niches. Like
of course,
when you play for the Bears, or you're a Bears fan, you know this team is known for having two things: really good great linebackers and great running backs,
or just good defenses in general.
So when you in one of those positions, when you a linebacker or you a running back for the Bears, there's some lofty expectations for you at those positions. And based off of last year, like everybody's like, well, we needed a running back. We need this. Like they looking at the running back in Denver. I think R.J. Harvard. They looking at him have a good year, and like they're like, we could have got him in this round. We could have got him in this round, and then this 7th round flyer just comes out of nowhere, replaces the guy that we thought would be in that role in Roschon Johnson. Like you reduce Roschon Johnson to special teams. Like he's a gunner on he's a gunner on special teams.
Yeah,
basically. And not only is he performing, he's he's less than 100 yards shy of Ashton Genty's numbers. Now, keep in mind, Ashton Genty was picked what?
He was 6th overall. 6th to the Raiders.
And everybody's like, well, Ashton Genty's line is distant. It's like, no, we don't want to hear that, because the Raiders knew their line was a problem. And they took him anyway.
And they didn't address it.
And they didn't address the line.
Right.
So y'all want to punish Kyle Monangai for his team doing what it's supposed to do and addressing the offensive line and so on and so forth. Like, where they do that at? The issue I'm having not with the Bears, but with other fan bases is the goalposts constantly move.
Of course, I mean that's in sports in general.
So it's like they have a good record. It's like, they ain't beat nobody. They haven't beat the team with a winning record yet. All right, they played Pittsburgh. Oh, well, Aaron Rodgers didn't play. Well, Mason Rudolph was 8-4-1 as a starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If that was their record right now, they be a playoff team.
Absolutely.
Then they played it. Like then, everybody's like, "All right, well, wait till they play the Eagles. That's the true test. That's when it all comes down. That's when it all." And we go in their house and we manhandle them to the tune of 280 yards rushing as a team. And the first thing I tweeted was, "Well, what they gonna say now?" Like, what can you say? Like now when they play the Packers, like It's like, all right, so now like that's what we doing now. Like that's what we doing now.
The Chicago Bears are 9-3, and
Nine
they
and three.
currently sit in the driver's seat in the NFC, meaning they have the top seed because the top seed coming in yesterday lost. The Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford is still gonna win MVP, but he threw 2 interceptions in this game. And TJ, you called Stafford getting picked in this
I
game.
did.
And you got to give Carolina a lot of credit because they did not back down. This had trap game written all over it. Like, it really did. I mean, Bryce Young has really grown up and matured and come into his own this year. And they turned it into a shootout. They said, hey, look, if the Rams score, we can score too.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the stats right here from that game, the Panthers did win that game 31-28 on the Rams side. Matthew Stafford, 18-28, 243 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and he did throw the 2 interceptions. He was also sacked twice. And on the Carolina side, Bryce Young, listen to these numbers. 15-20, 206 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is a big win. This is a confidence moving win for Carolina. The Rams will be all right. You know how people like to panic after a good team wins. This is why I always say anybody can be had.
Any game Sunday.
Yeah. San Francisco beat the brakes off of Cleveland, 26-8. That was Shador Sanders' first home start in front of the Cleveland faithful. And he admitted he didn't play all that well.
I'm taking that up to quarterback talk. Like, did he miss some throws? Yeah. But the one throw that everybody's talking about, the overthrow to Jerry Jeudy, you clearly see Jerry Jeudy give up on that route.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has the audacity to go on the sideline, and it's like they haven't, like, I ain't gonna say having like a little back and forth, but it's clear, like Jerry Jeudy's very demonstrative and all this other stuff. And this is like, there are gonna be people out there that see that tape, and if you say Shador overthrew him, then that's your belief, whatever. But a lot of people are also gonna say what I said, and Jerry Jeudy, you gotta run after that ball. You gotta go get that.
Yeah.
This is his, like you said, this is his second start. This is game number 2.5 for him. But that being said, do you know how many 30-yard throws that Shador has had in 2.5 games?
And those are throws they weren't getting or completing before he even became the starter. So what does that tell you right there?
But at the same time, like, do you know how many he's had?
How many?
4.
Wow.
In 2.5 games. Dylan Gabriel, the supercomputer that Kevin Stefanski called him, 0. Joe Flacco had 2, and he ain't been their quarterback in 2 months.
In 2 months. Mm-hmm.
So all the people out there that want to hate on Shador and all this other stuff, one, y'all lame as hell. Y'all lame as hell. 2, Kevin Stefanski, yeah, you might as well pack your shit up right now, bro, because you ain't did that Wildcat stuff all season. You ain't do it with Flacco. You ain't do it with Gabriel. But the minute 12 get his turn, now you want to break out the Wildcat.
Mm-hmm. You know how it is.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, you know
now the play calling is suspect.
Mm-hmm. You know how it
and
is.
It's like they act like we stupid, or they act like we blind, and they act like social media don't exist. Because it's like, bruh, if we at home can see it, and the fan base can see it, and Cleveland radio can see it, bruh, what do you think is gonna be said?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you know how it is. Like, the easy thing to do in football is to blame who? The quarterback. But last time that I checked, The quarterback doesn't play defense. You know what I'm saying?
Quarterback don't cover. Hey, the quarterback ain't out there covering special teams either.
He can only control one thing, and that's two things. That's the offense and how he throws the ball. It's on the receiver to make the catch. Some other scores: the Texans go into Indianapolis and they punched the Colts in the mouth, and they kept Jonathan Taylor in check. The score was 20-16. C.J. Stroud returned. Didn't look bad. 22-35. 276 yards passing, no touchdowns, 1 interception. I know Woody Marks got hurt, and so did Sauce Gardner. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor only had 85 yards on 21 carries. So that means they were attacking the lane before he could burst through. And the Colts have a huge game next week against Jacksonville, who also won yesterday, 25-3 over the Tennessee Titans. As far as some other things that caught my eye, Buffalo. They handle business.
Talk about manhandling.
They handle business.
The streak, Mike Tomlin's streak is in serious jeopardy.
It is. But then again, I blame the Steelers front office, because what have they really given him to work with? You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I always see people. My bad to interrupt you, but I always see people say, they should fire him, and then I always respond with this question: who do you get that's better than him?
That's a serious question,
and they can never answer. You know why? Because there is nobody. But Buffalo. They bounced back nicely in this one. 26-7. Josh Allen, 15-23, 123 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Wasn't sacked, and I know he was happy about that. See what happens when Buffalo lets James cook. 32 carries, 144 yards.
Also a milestone for Josh Allen. He scored his 76th rushing touchdown, so he now has the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback
in NFL history. That's something, ain't it?
That's considering some of the scrambling QBs that have played this game. Absolutely. This was, I ain't gonna say personal, but it was getting that's what it felt like. It felt like Pittsburgh said something about Buffalo mama, and Buffalo just said, okay,
we gonna take care, we gonna handle this like men.
And to the offensive struggles that Pittsburgh had, again, it's so easy to like you said, it's so easy to blame Aaron Rodgers, but goddamn it is your fault, buddy. Who told you to wait till the midnight hour to sign with the team?
Yeah, but he's a weirdo.
Who told you? Who told you that would be a good idea? If this is Green Bay, a place that you've been,
right?
Then that's cool, because you've been there. Them dudes know you. You know them, and vice versa. You ain't never took a snap under Arthur Smith. You ain't never did nothing. You ain't never threw a ball to DK Metcalf, to Pat Fryermuth. You don't know them dudes like that.
And that's the thing about the Steelers offense. I've said it on the site. I've said it off the microphone to a few people that this is pretty much the same offense as last year. The only difference is Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, not Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And I remember I was talking to one of my friends, and he's like, but Aaron is a lot better than Justin and Russ. So wouldn't that make the offense better? Not at all.
No.
It doesn't.
No. I still think this is some kind of cosmic karma, because this team under Justin Fields, say what you want about Justin Fields, I said it last week, I'm going to say it again. He's been the butt of a lot of jokes this season, but the Pittsburgh Steelers under Justin Fields went 4-2.
Yeah. And they
went 4-2, and then the minute they switched to Russ, season went to hell.
You're not wrong. You're
Season went to
not
hell
wrong.
fast.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And and now they are now, like, again, you had a 5-game lead on the Baltimore Ravens, and now you're down a game.
Yeah. And they have a huge game next week against Baltimore.
Don't
Like,
they rock that they play each other?
yeah. And look, the other day I was asked who wins the AFC North, and I still said Baltimore because they're the only team in that division whose defense I can trust. Like, that alone right there gives them the edge. Now, TJ, we pretty much covered everything that we have to cover. Do we really have to talk about this Monday night game? Like, really? With that being said, we just about to wrap up shop here. This has been another episode of Monday, Even the Quarterback. We hope you enjoy this episode just as much as you and I have fun. You and I, just as much as we have fun recording this show. If you are liking what you are hearing, like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, our YouTube channel, or log on to the site, which is thedailyblitz.blog, and enter your email address. Become a subscriber today. My radio schedule: Monday is Monday Evening Quarterback. Tuesday, you can catch me on the Prime. Be working with TJ again and David on Point, Israel Rivera, and Matt James when they feel like showing up. Wednesday, you can catch me on The Betting Window on the Nerdport Network with Ronnie Kump, John Danzo, and Ryan Shaw. Thursdays, you can catch me on the College Football Showdown, and I can't wait for this one. This upcoming week, it was really good to be back on with those guys. Last week on Prime Sports World with Israel Rivera and Matt James. As always, I end the show with some shout outs. Huge shout out to my amazing family, my mom, my sister. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. My son and TJ's nephew, better known as my dog, Siebes, my other siblings, Sean, Janice, and huge congratulations to my cousin Sean bringing life into the world on November 26th. So huge shout out, man. That's going to be one blessed baby. And, man, huge shout out to the wife as well. Sean's wife, her name is Blakeney, for just bringing this life into the world. Man, we can't wait to come and celebrate with you guys. But Sean, Blakeney, Janice, Tanisha, Daphne, Brandon, my little adopted nephew Aiden, some other people I'm close with, Robert Butler, Jason Tyree. Jason's got a birthday coming up, so happy early birthday, bro. Kimmel Fryer, Candace Carter, Mike Griffin, Rob Carter, my guy Velo, Alex Bennett, who is also, just like TJ, a very happy Chicago Bears fan as we speak. Corey Harris, Deshaun Elliott, Kevin Cooper, his wife Lynn, their daughter Evie, Cole Johnson, my co-analyst who we refer to as Coach, and our moderator D, and everyone I've contributed for in the past and everybody I contribute for currently on the radio. That's my shout out to you guys. This has been another episode of Monday Evening Quarterback. That's TJ Hopkins. I'm Christian Simpson. We will be back here next Monday. TJ, we'll see you guys later. I don't want to say enjoy Monday Night Football because I think this is going to be over before the first quarter even ends.
And it's funny, we've said that in the past, and we have been wrong. So.
Yeah, and I watched the opposite happen. But this is Monday Evening Quarterback for TJ. I'm Christian Simpson. We will talk to you guys next week. Y'all be safe, and Merry early Christmas, Happy Holidays. Have a great rest of the week. We'll be back here next Monday, God willing. TJ, indeed.
Indeed.